She doesn't have her priorities straight.
Today. Okay, so stay tuned. We got a busy day. I'm not really gonna film glam because it's not that exciting.
Kylie Jenner recently brought her daughter Stormi to Paris Fashion Week, but instead of going to kid-friendly places and making exciting memories, how they spent the rest of their time in France was seriously outrageous. The truth about Kylie's questionable treatment of her daughter and why it's so concerning is absolutely crazy. So let's get into it. Just a couple of weeks before Stormi's 6th birthday, she went to several different fashion shows with her mom at Paris Fashion Week. Like usual, Kylie even planned matching outfits to wear with her daughter during their time overseas. But according to The Sun, the mother-daughter duo didn't just make quick appearances at high-profile events before calling it a night. It turns out that Kylie stayed at most of the shows until they were over, and she forced Stormi to sit beside her like a prop at every single one. Stormi was photographed sitting in the front row with Kylie at some events, and she looked incredibly bored. And when she didn't appear to be totally uninterested at the fashion show, she looked super overwhelmed by all the commotion and crowds of paparazzi. How Kylie treated her daughter during those moments was extremely telling. Instead of removing Stormi from all of the chaos and taking her somewhere more fun and appropriate for children, Kylie just completely ignored her. But even after the shows were over, she still didn't bring her daughter back to the hotel right away. Where they went after one of the events was honestly insane. Late one night, Kylie was spotted dragging her daughter out to a luxury restaurant after they left a fashion show. Stormi looked absolutely terrified by the groups of photographers following her, but she was still expected to sit through the meal next to her mom. After dinner was over, one of Kylie's bodyguards carried Stormi to the door of the restaurant where he tried to hand her off to her mom. But as soon as Stormi saw the swarms of paparazzi and countless flashing lights, she straightened out her legs and refused to let Kylie carry her outside. Kylie's bodyguard picked Stormi up again and brought her out to the car. Stormi was clearly exhausted and she definitely wasn't having a good time. And who could really blame her? She had been forced to fly across the world just to sit quietly with her mom at boring events. Not only that, but she was also surrounded by adults she didn't know and was hounded by photographers as well. Stormi is just like any other young child and will probably rather go to activities with her peers or at least to events that are geared toward kids. Just because Kylie is a famous makeup mogul doesn't mean her daughter should have to sit through fashion shows and red carpet events. But that's not even the most disturbing part. Kylie obviously disregarded Stormi's feelings at Paris Fashion Week, but that wasn't the first time she treated her daughter like nothing more than an accessory. According to People magazine, Stormi was ridiculously young when she made her first red carpet appearance. At the 2019 premiere of Travis Scott's documentary, Look Mom, I Can Fly, he and Kylie brought Stormi with them. She was only 1.5 years old at the time, and she looked very confused and concerned. But what happened at the next major event that she was dragged to by her parents was truly unbelievable. Travis and Kylie also brought Stormi to the 72nd annual Parsons Benefit in 2021. As they wrapped their arms around each other to pose on the red carpet, then 3-year-old Stormi was anxiously holding her own hands and nervously chewing on her fingers. Stormi has been to several other high-profile events since then, just to be treated like a prop by her mom. It seems like Kylie has been trying to justify bringing Stormi with her on work trips and to red carpet events in a seriously bizarre way. In a March 2020 interview with Harper's Bazaar, Kylie made a startling comment about her parenting style. She explained that she wanted to have the same type of hands-on relationship with Stormi that her parents had with her when she was younger. But Kylie doesn't seem to realize that being a hands-on mother doesn't mean having your child constantly by your side at work functions. Hands-on parenting usually means spending quality time together, playing with your kids, and teaching them valuable age-appropriate lessons. Not to mention, Kylie has previously claimed that growing up in the spotlight was really harmful to her mental health. In a 2015 interview with Time magazine, she revealed that she used to dream about having a normal childhood all the time. So why would she want to put Stormi in the exact same situation? Kylie admitted during a 2016 interview with Complex that being in the public eye at such a young age prevented her from finding out who she really was. She claimed that she hadn't been able to learn more about herself by making mistakes like other teenagers. What that led to was honestly unreal. Kylie confessed that having the world watch her grow up meant that every move she made was criticized online by countless people. She added that constantly being bullied caused her to lose aspects of herself that she really loved. The intense scrutiny resulted in Kylie having terrible anxiety whenever she went out in public. She said that she would have trouble breathing and start to cry, even in a dark movie theater. Simply knowing that people were watching her made her feel insanely trapped. Kylie is literally setting Stormi up to struggle with her mental health in the future the same way that she did. But what's really frustrating is what she revealed about managing her extreme anxiety. Kylie mentioned during her interview with Complex that learning to say no to things that she didn't want to do was a big part in overcoming her mental obstacles. When she focused on doing what she loved instead, she was less anxious about being in the spotlight. But based on Stormi's recent behavior at Paris Fashion Week, she doesn't even have a choice. She clearly didn't want to be there, so why wasn't she allowed to do something she would have actually enjoyed instead? Apparently, her mom's advice about dealing with anxiety in the public eye doesn't apply to anyone but her. In a season 3 episode of The Kardashians, Kylie took Stormi to London with her to show her the new brand displays at Harrods. She claimed that it meant so much to her to be able to have her daughter travel the world with her. But what happened when they arrived was seriously crazy. Kylie was excited to see that her cosmetics and skin lines were being advertised in the store's display window.
Kylie's skin, Stormi, that's me! You see it?
She expected Stormi to be just as happy, but she could have seen almost the exact same display at a local department store. The part of the trip that Stormi seemed to enjoy the most was when she was allowed to go shopping at the kids section that Harrods had set up for her.
Look at what Harrods did for Stormi.
There were toys, children's clothes, and activity sets arranged specifically for her, which Kylie made an interesting remark about.
You are a spoiled girl.
If it hadn't been for the people at Harrods who had set up the children's shopping section for Stormi, there would have been nothing there that was kid-friendly. It's pretty sad that complete strangers were thinking more about her best interest than her own mom was. It's possible that Kylie thinks she's doing her daughter a favor by not leaving her at home with a nanny, but Stormi would probably enjoy playing with her toys in the comfort of her own home or bonding with her cousins more than having to go everywhere her mom goes. Kylie obviously knows all too well how difficult it was to grow up in the public eye. So the fact that she treats her young daughter like an accessory at high-profile events anyway is absolutely infuriating. But now that we've gotten into how Kylie ignored Stormi when she was overwhelmed at Paris Fashion Week, I want to know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on Kylie treating her daughter like a prop at red carpet events? What do you think about her acknowledging these struggles of growing up in the spotlight, but forcing Stormi to be in the same situation? Let me know in the comments below.